Alright. So, ArenaNet today had the, the stream for End of Dragons, the first look stream. I just thought I wanted to talk about that a bit. And you know, we won't just... We'll do a thing with it. So, I've got some mixed opinions on it. First of all, there were 4 major things that they covered, other than, you know, the very basic, oh, here's Cantha, and, you know, this is what's gonna be happening in Cantha, and here are some bosses you can fight. I'm just seeing that chat there a bit. So the 4 big things that they covered. Number 1 was the 2-person turtle mount, which, I mean, it's cute. It's a turtle. I like turtles. You know.
Arise, my creation.
If you've ever played Xenoblade 2, you know, you'll know, you know how great turtles are. We praise the glory of Lord Turtles, of course. And I mean, it's not. I don't really have much to say about it. I mean, there's like a gun on it, and you know, one person drives and the other person shoots. You drive, I'll shoot. You know, that's literally what it is. Oh fuck! I cast the invisibility too early.
Health increasing.
Hurts, doesn't it? It had a good
Nigh invincible.
Anyway, turtles, alright. I don't really have much of an opinion on it. It's just kind of like, it's a turtle. 2 people can ride it. Cool. But the next thing that they had is fishing. So, fishing, you know, it's fishing. It's a relaxing thing to do. It's, you know, no one really, like, fishing, I think, should be in every RPG. Like, it's not something anyone, like, actually thinks is fun. It's just like a relaxing activity to do. So, you know, I enjoy that there's fishing. And you can have, you know, there's a boat mount, so you can have a boat and go fishing on your boat. I think that's nice, but I do have a problem with it. I'll get into that later. And then the next thing that they've got is the legendaries. And now, legendary weapons are really cool, right? You know, you've got, you know, the lightning sword with bolts. You have a Quaggin and a shield. Man, talking while you're playing is actually really hard. Because your mind's in like 2 different places at once. What hit me? I did. Jesus. Here's the problem with the new legendaries. They're all the same. Like, they all have the same theme. None of them are, like, unique. Like, Heart of Thorns gave us this really cool axe that is... Oh god, they're ganging up on me now! You know, and... I mean, they're cool looking legendaries, but they don't really feel like legendaries, they just feel like those kind of like weird weapons that are like that have like particle effects, but like they're kind of like, you know, a poor man's legendary. I think they're called Black Lion collections. And I mean, that's just kind of what it feels like. They all have the same theme, none of them are unique, all the weapons are just the same. And, you know, there's no, you know, Nevermore Staff, there's no Eternity, there's no Space Axe, there's no Quagging Shield. It's just the same thing 16 times. You do get a free precursor for one of these weapons, by doing, I can show you this right now. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, right here, current events. Season of the Dragons. See that fragment of prismatic light? Unlocks your choice of an End of Dragons legendary precursor weapon. So, you know, you do this achievement, which is basically just do the story, and, like, do the story-related achievements, and you'll get it. It's pretty much free, and they said this is a permanent achievement. It's not going away ever, so, you know, it's no rush on that either. You can do this whenever. There's a free precursor just waiting for you. And then at the end of that, you get the free, a free legendary amulet, which can, you know, change its stats at any time. So that's nice. That's thing of value about it, that it presumably is very easy to obtain. Mantra of pain, bitches. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. Anyway, yeah, they just all seem to be the same. I think I'll get the precursor. And I'll get into why I'll get the precursor in a bit. But I don't think I'm gonna upgrade it to the legendary. I think I'm just gonna have the precursor to have it, you know. And then the final thing, the last big thing that they had to cover was where are you? Oh, they really are just ganging up on me. Take that. Mantra of Pain. Mirror Blade. Finish. Oh shit, I got finished. Oh fuck, I didn't realize they were finishing me. Whoops. Anyway, the last thing they covered, and this, for me, this is like the big takeaway, is the new elite spec for Mesmer. Which, because, you know, as you can see, I named Mesmer. I'm playing the one-shot Mesmer meme build, because it's the only viable way to play core Mesmer, because I don't like any of the elite specs right now. Chrono, I play, you know, before they took it away, and nerfed it forever. I played Power Phantasm DPS Mesmer. So, you know, I didn't care for Chrono because it's, you know, support and tank. Even though there is power Chrono, but you're a power support, you're support DPS. Man, they really are just going after me. I shouldn't have said anything. Like, that was really, like, where I made my mistake. Yeah, that's their strategy. Take me out ASAP. Because I'm the most dangerous. I'll just keep my mouth shut for the next one. But anyway, yeah, I didn't care for Chrono, because I didn't want to be support DPS, I wanted to be DPS. I didn't care for Mirage, because I didn't, you know, I'm power DPS, not condition damage DPS, and Mirage is geared to condition damage. And also, that was both back when Phantasm was still a thing, and both Mirage and Chrono are geared towards Shatter. So, now we've got Virtuoso, which actually does look like specifically tailored to power DPS. So, and it removes, basically what it does is it removes clones. Instead, you stockpile blades. For every move that would otherwise make a clone, it will spawn a little blade that'll like float by your shoulder, and you can have up to 5 of these. And then, you know, once you stockpile 5, you can just shoot them all at your enemy for big damage. I like this because it's cool. But the main problem with it is that it's actually not anything new, because you get 4 blade songs, that's what they're calling it, abilities, which are pure damage, inflicts confusion, inflicts daze, and a defensive one. It's just shatter with an extra coat of paint. That's all it is. I really, what I had in mind for was a way to bring back the Phantasm elite spec without bringing back Phantasms. With an elite spec. There was never a Phantasm elite spec. So, my solution with this would be you wouldn't have any clones or phantasms. Instead, you would have a doppelganger. Just a direct copy of yourself. It mimics all your actions whenever you do a phantasm move. Instead of spawning a phantasm, your doppelganger just do the move. So, you know, and you wouldn't have any shatters either. You could just that would be your big move. There's two of you. It does damage. It has the same amount of health as you. It does the same amount of damage as you. It's just two of you. And you know, the trade-off of that would be, you know, you don't have clones or shatters. So I figured that would be like the way to have the Phantasm Mesmer without bringing back the Phantasms. Because, you know, Phantasms are just glorified attacks. They show up, do one attack, and leave, instead of just, you know, staying for however long they used to stay for, and attacking every now and then. Basically being, you know, big burst damage over times. That's what they were. That's what I liked about them. So, Virtuoso is power DPS, but it's basically just shatter with a new coat of paint.
You must visit more often.
Which is my main problem with it. It's actually nothing new. It just looks cooler. And of course the difference is that you have 5 clones instead of 3, so you do more damage. And your clones can't be targeted. So, you know, they can't die, you know, once you send them out. They don't have to run up to your target. They don't go to, like, different targets, you know, depending on who you originally cast the spell that made that clone, or whoever you were targeting. It's basically just shatter, but better. And all the utility skills for it is just pure damage. They actually look really cool. It's a lot of AoE options. And finally, the weapon is Dagger. And this is another problem. It's the only main dagger. Not offhand dagger, and the reason that's a problem is because Sword and Greatsword are basically requirements for Power Mesmer, whereas your offhand can be like whatever you want it to be. So I think it would have been way better if it was offhand dagger. Now, what the Virtuoso dagger seems to do is actually really impressive. It's a ranged, like not long range like the Greatsword, but not close range like the dagger. I mean, the sword. It seems to be a middle of the bunch kind of thing where you shoot attacks, and then instead of like a combo move like all your auto attacks have, it like the magic you sent out like goes around and like hits them again. It looks pretty cool. So you would basically have to. It doesn't look bad. I think dagger would be pretty useful. The problem is that you'll have to give up sword or greatsword in order to use it. Whereas I think you could use sword and dagger, main hand sword and offhand dagger, and that would be probably really good. But instead, probably if you want to use main hand dagger, you'll have to use offhand sword, which is not as good. Or, hey, maybe it'll be the new meta, who knows. Well, that's just what I think. So here's what I'm thinking. I pretty much put this game on the back burner, specifically because of the Phantasm nerf. Now,
Seems I need to teach you this.
Specifically because of the Phantasm nerf. And I was waiting for the expansion in order to
Increasing. There's one to remember me by. You're kidding, right?
I need to use the move. So I was in order to hopefully find a new playstyle that I like. No. And I don't know if Virtuoso is gonna be it. I mean it. Wait, for real? Take this! Damn it. I don't know if Virtuoso is gonna be it. Here's basically what I'm thinking. I'll probably go Chrono for PvE, because without Phantasms, I'm probably better off being a support. And for PvP, I'll probably go with Virtuoso, because it looks like that's gonna do a lot of damage and be probably, especially in like group fights. Or maybe I'll go the opposite and go Virtuoso in PvE, and then be
6 feet tall. Infuriating. My mind is
but the reason why I was thinking I was gonna go Virtuoso for PvP is because, when I go into melee range in PvP, I basically, because I suck, I basically just get deleted instantly. And I think having a high damage option at long range, would be really useful. Having a ranged, high damage option, especially if it's strong AoE. Did I get disconnected? I got disconnected. Rest in peace. So, I would use it in PvP. PvP as an alternative to sword, and that's actually why I was thinking of picking up, why I want to pick up the precursor for the Gen 3 Legendary for End of Dragons, because I know the way I talk is insufferable, but my mind's in literally 2 different places right now. Anyway, because, you know, your weapon stats don't matter in PvP, because it's all, like, separatized or whatever. So I was just gonna get the precursor and be like, boom, I've got my dagger and it looks cool. And that's what I was gonna do, like, boom, I'm set for Virtuoso for PvP. And yeah. And then, you know, PvE, I'd go like Sword, Shield, Mesmer, be like a support there. You know, the support DPS, and unfortunate. And just kind of, you know, because without Phantasms, I might as well just not be, might as well be a support, because that's probably all I'm good for at this point. So yeah, I mean, maybe I'll go the reverse, you know, just be a bulkier, go Chrono for PvP and be harder to kill, and then just be Super Glass Cannon in PvE. But I don't think I'll be very good at that, because I was never good at Shatter. That's why I played Phantasm. And ever since they removed Phantasm build, I have been rubbish, because if I wanted to play Shatter, I would have already been playing it. But now you're forced to play Shatter. So yeah, that's just kind of what I think about that. I've got mixed feelings about it. It's like, Virtuoso is like what I want, but also like the complete opposite of what I want at the same time. So, and hey, you know, silver lining, if I do have to go Chrono, I can always get Shushadu, the Quaggan shield. You know, that's the little fishbowl with the Quaggan in it. And, oh, we were disconnected again? You know, the little shield with the Quaggan in it. And again, that's what Legendary should be. These really bizarre, crazy-looking items, and not just like, here's a glowing sword, and here's 8 other glowing weapons that look exactly the same. And especially now that, you know, there's the Legendary Armory, and every Legendary item has like a little like lore tab, a little lore description, and it's like, it's just gonna say the same thing for 16 weapons in there. It's bad. So, but they said the weapons are all based on Arene. So the precursor is going to be based on Baby Arene, so that's why I want the precursor, and not just, you know, just buy like a 10 copper dagger for, you know, PvP. You know, I want to stab people with a baby dragon. I mean, come on. The precursors are probably going to look better than the legendaries. But yeah, that's kind of everything. the problem I see with this, a lot of people are saying it, the problem with this expansion right now is that there's no main draw from it. And what I mean by that is that Heart of Thorns, the two other expansions that came before it, all brought not just new things to do, but a new kind of thing to do. Like, Heart of Thorns brought the mastery system, it brought elite specializations, it brought gliding, and then Path of Fire brought mounts, which was a really creative use of, like, they could have just been like, yeah, here's a speed boost like every other game does, but there's like, here's a horizontal jump mount, here's a vertical jump mount, here's a water mount. And it seems End of Dragon is just kind of like expanding not just adding more to those existing systems, like, you know, new elite specs that every other expansion has done. Here's, you know, new mounts. Here's some new masteries. Here's fishing. And that's kind of what I'm getting at. It seems that the main draw from this expansion is fishing. And that's kind of underwhelming. And, you know, don't get me wrong, I'm excited for fishing. But fishing is not fishing is something that should be in every RPG. You know, I already said that. And I also already said, but it's not something anyone actually has fun doing. It's just kind of like a relaxing activity to do. Like, it's not fun, it's just relaxing and nice. So, the fact that that is the main draw for this expansion is kind of underwhelming. And, of course, because I main Mesmer, the main takeaway was the spec, which I have mixed feelings on. The beta for using this elite spec is on the 17th of August. So, I mean, who knows, maybe I'll, like, really like it. Yeah, and you know, and I'll, like, wanna main it, but right now I think I'll just, like, use it exclusively for PvP and just be like, alright, I'm Shield Boy now. I have a shield, and I control time. That's just what I think. It's like, I want it, but I also don't at the same time. So, yeah, that's pretty much all there is to say about it. I just decided to close the game because we're done here anyway. So yeah, will I be getting the expansion? Of course, because I love this game. Will I be getting the pre-order deluxe special edition shenanigans? Yeah, I'm actually thinking about it. I don't know. It just I feel like supporting the game, even though I'm not really impressed with it right now. I don't know. I think the cape's cool. I'll just go out and say it. I think the cape's cool, and you know, you get the character slot with it, an extra character slot with it. You know, the identity kit and
4,000 gems. I just think it just sounds like a good deal. So yeah, that's the deal with End of Dragons. It's kind of mid, but I'm excited for it. Nonetheless. Well, thanks for listening to me ramble on. I'm aware this was completely insufferable to listen to because I could not ever get my thoughts straight, but I did it anyway. Well, have a good night.